What are we doing?
We're trying to see if we can get the ladder up there and who's gonna be comfortable being on the ladder.
And what are we doing though?
We are, oh man.
Look at this, is this your good idea?
This is my really good idea, okay? It's gonna be worth it.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Well, it's definitely tall
We
enough.
should not have fully extended it first.
Probably not.
Whoa, oh my gosh.
You're making me nervous.
Okay, so
So we're gonna try to hang the rods first because we just wanna get those up there because that alone is gonna be a process. And then we're going to make our curtains, right? So once the rods are up there, we can make the curtains, get the curtains up there, get our measurement perfect, and go from there. So I think it's gonna work out. What do you think?
I think you're crazy.
I think it's an ounce of crazy, but an ounce of crazy is sometimes a good thing. No.
Jared,
This is
no.
not a good plan.
What?
Tell him no.
Get down.
I used to live on ladders.
No, who thinks it's a good idea? No. Get down. No. Get down.
Why?
We don't want you up there.
Why?
Because
I've done this more than everybody in this room combined.
no.
No. You're too valuable. Get
You're too valuable.
You guys are acting like I'm gonna fall off.
It scares us.
No, watch her. She's gonna be too scared to go up there. And this is why it should be me.
Hey, are you gonna be scared?
I'm a little scared.
I should.
Oh, she's a little scared and you're only that far off the ground.
You gotta go all the way up.
Keep going. No, you're not halfway.
You're not even halfway. Just go. Come on. Go.
Okay, just like that.
Let her go at her own pace.
We'll be here all day.
Oh my god.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Are you scared?
Stop shaking the ladder.
I'm not trying. You said hold the ladder.
Yeah, you keep shaking it.
You got this.
Stop shaking it. Okay. Okay, just
Okay, here she
I'm
goes.
doing it again.
Oh,
I'm
she's
not
going.
I touched the top, okay?
Good job.
Yeah, Kylie.
So it's not that bad, right? It's really not.
Why do we need double ladder?
Well,
So we can go like this.
because.
No, that's not what we need. No, that's not the plan.
No.
But now I can do both sides.
That's not the plan.
That's not the
Well, when I
plan.
do this one, I can go like this. And then I can go, oh, I need to go to this one. And I can do this side.
Is
All at
that,
once.
is that the plan?
So the plan is not that.
That is the plan.
No, so the reason that we have two ladders, we don't actually need two ladders for this project necessarily, although it will probably be a lot easier. But we are gonna do shiplap above the fireplace. So the curtains are going way up, we're doing shiplap way up.
All the way up.
Yeah, so there's no way that one person would be able to put shiplap up there by
Well, they
yourself.
can, but it's really hard.
Really hard and probably
Way harder.
Probably
With two
not
people,
safe.
you can just
Yeah.
kind of bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yeah. So we're just gonna have one over here, one over there, and we'll get it up there. So that's
But not today.
not today.
No, that's for later.
Yeah, that's later.
I know I'm probably doing a little overkill here, but I do have my laser level. And I can see the laser line over there that's perfectly level.
I don't know if you can see it. It's
You
like
can't see it,
right
more than
there.
likely.
Probably not now.
So we're good with that?
Yeah, we're good with that. That's good.
Okay, go on the other side.
Oh my gosh, Jared.
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 What?
Okay, so the two ladders was a good
What I
idea.
was doing. You good?
Yay, you hit a stud. What are you doing now?
We have to have a sneak peek.
We have to, have a sneak peek.
Are you kidding?
Oh, she has the curtains. It looks good. Oh, that's gonna be so cute.
Okay, so we have our hardware up there, so I feel like that was the hardest part. So now that that's done, all we have left to do is sew our curtains. Here's our fabric, we're so excited. We're not gonna get to this today, we're gonna work on it later this week and probably throughout the week because I have a feeling it's gonna be a lot of work, but we're gonna get it done, and I just can't wait to see them up there.
Today is the day! Yes, it is! I have been waiting for this day. I cannot wait for this project to be finished.
Yes.
Yes!
Yeah, we've been working really hard. Okay, we have to spoil our secret because we already did one set. So we already know how it's gonna look. We already know how it's gonna look. We wanted to get everything down pat for you guys and have a method in place and know everything that you're gonna need to do so that way we can show you guys.
Yes, because on the first, the first set that we were putting together of these curtains, we definitely learned what to do and what not to do.
Exactly, yeah.
So
What you're gonna need to get started, your fabric, of course. So here's our two fabrics. We're doing a double rod, and our back rod has got this really gorgeous sheer. It's kind of like, it reminds me of a linen kind of sheer fabric. And then we wanted to bring some color to the room, so we've got this gorgeous kind of navy blue, gray.
I love it.
It's love, love, love. It's gonna be like a standard curtain with just your standard kind of pocket at the top where your curtain rod would go in, and then this one is going to be pleated. Now because these curtains are so long, we wanted the pleats to be, you know, perfect at the top, because it's not like you can just get up there and and
these
like,
curtains are so high that there is no fixing them from the bottom, so no.
Yeah, you're gonna need some pleat tape. I don't know why they call this pleat tape, because it's not tape.
I'd never even heard of it
I know.
before, but it's almost like a ribbon.
Yeah.
But it has like little pockets in there where these things go. I don't know what they're called.
So these are called short neck pleater hooks.
Okay.
You can get them in.
I was gonna call them cookie things.
Whatever, yeah, exactly.
They go in these.
Yeah, they go in the pockets.
Yes.
We'll show you guys.
We'll show you.
We'll show you. You will need these as well. These we ordered off of Amazon. This stuff is from Joann's. If I can link it for you guys, I will. Or you can order it all off of Amazon. I did see it on there. You'll need pins. You'll need an iron and a sewing machine. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, and we'll show you guys all the details. So the first thing you're gonna do is start by pinning the side of your curtain. You can probably start at the top. We chose to start at the side just because it's so long. But the fabric that we got, it kind of has this rough edge to it. And let me tell you, it's really simple. All you're gonna do is just fold this over twice, and it's going to conceal that rough edge. You're just gonna take your pin and put a pin in it, and then you're gonna do that 500 more, 1,000 billion times all the way down.
you just say that because ours is like so long.
It is so long. Yeah, standard curtain size would not take that long. But yeah, so we're gonna get that pinned, and once you have all that pinned and sewn, this is the edge that you're left with.
So good.
It looks really good. You can't see that rough edge in there, so it just cleans it up and gives you a nice finished edge. So we're gonna get this sewn and pinned and sewn, and then once we have that done, we'll come back and we'll show you guys how to do the top. We'll be right back.
The last thing is to go ahead and sew a loop onto your fabric like this. It's just basically a basic curtain, I don't know, hole.
Curtain pocket.
It's a curtain hole.
Curtain hole. I know it feels weird to say that, but it's just like a curtain pocket where your rod would go.
So depending on the size of your curtain rod is the size of hole that you need to make. So just measure it beforehand.
So to do that, we are going to, you fold this over, and then just to make sure that we get an even measurement all the way down.
Then you simply just like measure.
Yep.
Which we're off a little bit.
So we're doing our pocket 3 1/4 inch. Yep.
Basically, and then you just kind of measure it like that all the way down as you pin it.
Yes.
And then you know you have the right size and it'll hang straight.
Perfect. So with our darker fabric, this is a lot easier to pin. The sheer fabric it's just a little bit, it's not hard to pin, it's just a little bit more difficult to work with, but this one is super easy. And we're doing the same thing on our edges here, but because this fabric, you can kind of just press with your fingers and flip it over one more time, and it's gonna give you, conceal that really rough edge. Some people, if you're like a pro at this, you would probably be pressing with your iron as you're doing this, but as you can see, that works really, really well with this fabric. We initially tried to press this as we were going, but with 17-foot curtains, we were like, we're never gonna get this done. It is not gonna happen. So this worked out really well just to kind of use our fingers and press as we go. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys the pleat tape here. Here's the pleat tape, and as you can see, hopefully this will pick it up on camera, there's little pockets in here, and in those pockets is where the pleater hooks go, which creates your pleats. So I'll show you guys that in just a bit. But the most important thing that we figured out is that you definitely want to iron this before you start pinning it to your fabric. So I am just going to, I have my little iron here, and I'm just gonna iron it, and I'm just gonna try to keep those pleats as straight as I can, those little pockets. Once you have sewn your sides, you can go ahead and sew another one on the top. Now this top one, we just did a simple like fold over, and then we are going to fold that one more time and start to attach the pleating tape. So you just want to make it kind of the width of the pleat tape, and you want to leave a little space at the top and at the bottom, and that kind of just works as a little bit of a guide as you're pinning, so that way it's going to turn out even the whole way down. And if you look really closely here, there are little orange kind of dots, and with those, this kind of down here, because this has the little pockets here, you want to sew kind of, I just stuck right in between those two orange lines, and then up here stayed on the guide of those orange lines. So I don't know if that's actually what they're there for. I'm assuming they are. When I saw this, I was like, perfect, I know right where I need to sew, because most importantly, you do not want to cover or sew over your little pockets, or else you won't be able to get your hooks in there. So stay away from those and just sew right in between those two orange lines, and you'll be good to go. This is what your curtains should look like with the pleat tape on there. And you can see I try my best.
It looks great. It looks really good.
So that's what it looks like. And now I'm gonna show you how to put these in. So there's these little pockets, and that's why you don't wanna sew over the pockets. And you kinda have to work it in there. Get the little ball in there. Okay, I swear.
And it doesn't work for you.
I swear. Okay, that's another thing. There we go. That's another thing. Make sure that you sew this on the right way.
Yeah, we did it upside down before.
Okay. Okay. So we decided that we like ours with 5 in between. So I'm just gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go on the 5th. And I'm gonna put that in there. And then when you flip it around, look at this gorgeous
Perfect
pleat.
pleat.
Perfect pleat.
It's perfect.
We love it. And you can take this little hook, and we got these off Amazon, but this goes on that little hook, and then this would go on your rod there. So we'll show you what it looks like on the rod, but
I just think it's so cool.
it is so
Perfect
cool.
pleat.
This one, as you can see, it's going to kind of conceal most of the hook, and that's because we went with the short neck. The long neck, it would probably be more something like this at the top. So you could see more of the entire, what are these called? Rings?
Rings, I guess. That's so funny.
Technical terminology here, okay? Anyway, this is super fun. I'm gonna get the rest of the hooks in, and then we're gonna get on the rod.
Is it time?
It is time. I mean, hopefully it's time, because I'm gonna get these up there, okay? I'm not nervous about the white ones. The white ones are fine, they're easy, because they're really light, but the dark ones are really heavy, so.
And this ladder is tall.
So tall. So one thing I think we showed you guys earlier, but this is what that little pocket looks like. So I'm just sliding this through, and then this is why it's important to keep them the same, so that way this little
Line is like
line
straight.
is straight the whole way.
Oh, that's perfect.
So good. So I think if you were using a really thin fabric, you would definitely want, oh, we have a chair here. I'm like, why is it not letting? If you were using a thinner fabric, you'd want to probably, you know, get in there and press this, but once these lay up there, they're so heavy that they just lay really nicely. So, you know, we started out with a big, huge piece of fabric.
We did.
And this is what we ended up with. So whatever the width of your fabric is, I'd probably plan for half.
Half at least,
What it's probably gonna end up like, so. Yay, it looks so good. Last step, but the hardest step, is to get these up there.
They're so heavy.
They're just so heavy.
They're so heavy.
So,
you can do this.
I can do this.
Just slow.
Just slow, really slow. It's okay, it's okay. Hold on.
Are you okay? Come on down.
Hold on. No.
No. No.
Come back.
No, come. Oh no, just come back down. Come back down. Come back down.
Dang it.
That did not work. That was a fail.
That did not work.
Hands on the ladder.
Okay.
Now, if you want to, you can balance it on the ladder.
Okay.
Okay, put the weight on your shoulder.
Okay.
But don't let it pull you backwards. So you want to lean into the ladder. Okay, hug the ladder if you have to.
Hug the ladder, Kylie. Hug the ladder.
All right, you got this?
I think so. That was a little freaky.
What was freaky?
The last attempt we did kind of scared
Well, I
her.
believe you. I believe you. You gotta be safe.
I'm not that
Keep the
high.
weight on your shoulder and just lean into the ladder a little more than you would normally do.
I just don't know how I'm supposed to, from this position, get it up on me.
I really wanted to do this for Kylie, but with my foot hurt, my ankle hurt, I can't climb a ladder right now, so I feel really bad, but you know what? She's doing a great job. That right side against the wall so it'll just slide out.
Yeah.
And then set it in right over there on that one side. Careful, careful. Not that side, the other side, girl. Okay, you're freaking me out.
I got it. Hold on.
You did it! Woohoo! You did it!
That was quite possibly the scariest thing I'm shaking, like, I've ever done in my entire life. That was so scary.
Oh, but high five to conquering fears.
I conquered a fear.
Conquered fears, yay!
Oh, okay.
Now let's move the ladder out of the way.
The car is worth it.
Oh,
Decor is worth it. They want to know, Mom, everyone wants to know.
No, nobody wants to know.
Everyone wants to know how we're finishing the bottom.
Listen, I don't really want to talk about it because we try to be as like professional as we can and do things the right way and show you how to do things the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
This is not it.
No.
This is not it. So because the ceilings are so tall, we really couldn't get like a good measurement of where the end of the curtain should be. We know that we want it to touch the ground or touch the floor, but we're just kind of guessing and we're sewing them while they were hanging because there's no way we're gonna bring these freaking things back down and sew them. So we're literally just cutting them along the floor and then we have our not so trusty ironing board.
Yeah.
And then we are pinning them while they're here and then just sewing right here. This is not the way to do it. There's probably a better way. You should find another YouTuber that knows how to do this because we're not it. This is
But you
not a
know
good
what though?
example.
But it worked perfectly.
It's working.
Yeah, actually, so we just did one.
See how they
And
just-
yeah,
They
what?
just touch the ground. They have a nice finished edge.
Yep, so we just did the same edge that we did on the rest of them.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's perfect.
It's fine.
So
it's
then
fine. It's just, I know this is not the way you should do it.
Yeah, this is not the way, but it's our way.
It's working.
Yeah, and it works because, I mean, did you guys see how hard it was for me to get those up there?
Yeah.
You think they're coming back down?
They are not coming.
I don't think so. No.
We done did it.
We did it.
We did it. We did it.
We did it.
It's so good.
Look.
It's perfect.
That turned out
Check
so
it out.
good.
Yeah, they look so good. So,
Yes.
although our method was not the right way, it worked.
It did work.
It did work. So, you know, we improvised and it worked. What can we say?
Yay, let's do some afters.
Yay, let's do it.
We're finished!
We did it.
Check. Project completed. I am so happy with them. They look fantastic. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So,
it was
great.
so fun. Thanks for believing in me.
I believe in you. I believe in her.
It was a little, okay, looking back, it was a little ambitious.
A little.
But it was so worth it.
She's like, we're gonna buy the fabric. We're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it.
I'll be over there. I'm like, oh my gosh. I don't know if we can do this, but we did.
We did it, yeah. And it was so worth it because they look absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, we did consider for a second hiring someone to do it, like a professional,
Yeah.
like custom. But you know what?
What's the fun in that?
What's the fun of that? And we got to spend so much time together,
Yes.
and we made it. We did it.
I know, we get to say
and we
that
learned a
did
lot.
it. We did learn a lot. Well, I learned a lot from you.
I learned a lot from you.
Oh, we learned.
Between what she knows and what I know, it kind of comes together.
We meld to
and then
one.
we just guess on all the rest.
That's right.
Which is why you saw the bottom of the curtains
That's
like that. We
right.
did have to guess on that, but it turned out great.
It actually worked though.
It worked.
You know? So
It
it was
worked.
totally fine. It was just way too hard for us to get up there and try to get the exact measurement when you've already put that much work into
Getting them up
there and sewing them and everything.
You just sew the bottoms right where it is.
Yeah. So anyway, it was so much fun. Thanks for hanging out with us, you guys. We have a lot more in store.
So much more.
So much more. So stay tuned, stick around, and we'll catch you really soon. Bye.